Hey, yo, everybody here in the Copywriting Miracle Facebook group. Mark Machetti, flying solo here the day after Christmas. Uh, there's a few things I want to talk about today in this live Copywriting Miracle uh, download, not a webinar. So everybody's asking a lot of questions about how do we promote ourselves? How do we get people to pay us the high ticket fees for writing a sales letter, VSL, webinar, a full funnel? Just putting ads out there, saying, I'm good, hire me, isn't what works. It might have 10 years ago. I was certainly able to do it 10 years ago, but really what works is helping people, putting out valuable information that helps them. So one of the things that I did way back in the day was post a lot, which I still do, in various places to establish myself as an authority, which means, again, knowing more than everybody else in the room, right? But it's also creating multiple streams of income and being an entrepreneur that attracts high ticket business owners, entrepreneurs themselves. So when we're creating businesses for ourselves, we need to make sure that it is conveying at all times a high value proposition, right? Otherwise, what could pump us up, what could make us look not bigger, but just not somebody just beating their chest or faking it until they make it. You're somebody who is actually demonstrating constant value, constant worth, no matter how you're doing it and who you're helping. So what I did yesterday and today was I started building this. Now, obviously, this video right here is a placeholder, but I started working on this just mock-up. And this is for working with business owners and copywriters. Now, this headline right here, just fiddling with it, right? I was just initially positioning it for copywriters, but it would be just as viable for entrepreneurs who write their own copy, which there are quite a few of them out there. And in fact, over my career, business owners that do not pimp their own copywriting services out oftentimes outperform top copywriters. And there's a lot of reasons for that, and we can go into that at another time. But so I'm creating this to look over people's shoulder. Now, when I get on individual copywriting sessions to coach and mentor copywriters, we do a lot of gun to your head copywriting. We're writing on the spot, and oftentimes we're polishing on the spot. So being able to do that, being able to collaborate and copy chief and copy shop and go back and forth, have exchanges of energy, have conversations, it opens up tons of what I call creative capacity. So it's not being a better copywriter that makes us more effective. It's having a much bigger creative capacity, more information to come through us, oftentimes complicated information to come through us in the most simplistic way possible, in a way that connects, in a way that really impacts people so that we inspire them to take action, to really help themselves. And remember, at the end of the day, copywriting is the art and science of connection. If we can't connect, if we can't get people to identify that, to see themselves in whatever it is we're putting out, it's an epic fail. It's inert. It's a bomb that doesn't blow up. So creating this page, I am demonstrating my ability to obviously provide a valuable service. However, There's also what we call low barrier entries. So this as an example. Another example before we dive deeper into this would be like just copy audits. You can charge $97, $197, $297, whatever, to do copy audits. Yesterday, I put in the Copywriting Miracle group a copy audit consultation with Anthony, another member here in the group. And we went over, Mike Henderson and I, one of the copywriters I'm mentoring, audited his ideas and a little bit of his copy. And the purpose of that was to help him get clearer on who he's talking to, what the mechanism is, what the one thing is, what the mechanism is that gets them there, and who are these people, and what's going to really get them to identify, to capture their attention, to their engagement, to make sure that they feel like, yeah, that's me. How did you know? Because that's what we always need to impress upon people. That's the impact that we always need to create. So there's doing that, those copy audits. And it could also be going through, an entrepreneur might write a full sales letter or have another copy write a full sales letter. And he's like, or she's like, or they're like, can you look this over and tell us what you think? Will it perform? And that gives you an opportunity to make a quick $100, few $100, whatever. I charge up to $500 just for a 1 hour copy audit. But it also gets you to market your services. It gives you the opportunity to market your services. So you're getting people in, let's say you're charging $97. You're getting people in on a low barrier entry offer, right? So instead of just selling them your $10,000, $20,000 copywriting services, you're selling them a $97 offer to get them in so that you can have a conversation, so that you can demonstrate your value, what you bring to the table. That is a fantastic way of getting clients. So is this. What am I doing? I'm demonstrating my ability to coach copywriters, which lets entrepreneurs know I'm the cream of the crop. And two, when entrepreneurs take me up on this opportunity, oftentimes a lot of them will end up hiring me to either collaboratively write their copy or write copy, which is also collaborative for them, but do all the heavy lifting. So here I have some copy where I'm giving people some of the basic, features and benefits of having somebody who's made millions and millions of dollars help you break down what your project scope, what the mechanism is, what the positioning is, the new cause. If it's a full funnel, how to break down that full funnel. If you need help interviewing, how to interview the owner, the authority, the person where you can get 80% of the ingredients that you need to actually build the funnel and have the majority of research done for you. That's what we get when we have high level clients. If you're working with clients that can't give you that, then we can help coach them to give that to you, because oftentimes they're not giving you that information because somebody's not asking them the right questions. So having me on board to do that on your behalf, on their behalf, to help everybody get the most effective copy possible to test and optimize is, absolutely huge. There's a ton of value there. So I'm offering 8 hours of my time on video doing this, or coaching the way I coach on for my private one-on-one coaching. And I'm 8 hours of my time for a total of $1,500, $1,497. I'm gonna make a video, obviously, to sell it and to just speak off the cuff. I was gonna do a webinar, but I decided I'm just gonna speak off the cuff, and because I'm gonna play around with different messaging and see who I can get to raise their hand the most when I start running ads, right? So if they're interested, they get here. Once again, I'm gonna have another video, validating them on getting this far, reaffirming different things, restating different things that are in the box, some FAQs, so that they're feeling more confident if it really is the right decision, right, for them. And then once they do this, they're going to go to a thank you page. So what did I do? Well, I'm looking around and I'm seeing who's available, what they're charging, so, there's books for under $20. this coaching program, which I've heard good things about, $2,000 to $15,000. Blah blah blah. Here's one 582 to 1,500. The AWIA 497 with a 30-day trial of their continuity, because they want to get you on continuity. And then they also sell you mentors, copy mentors. So, there's a lot of price points out there. But, when I'm looking around at what other people are doing, like this is once again the AWIA, and I'm seeing what they're framing as like the benefits of working with a copy coach, somebody who's been around the block, who's made money. For me personally, there's some good stuff in here, don't get me wrong, but for me personally, it's too topical. So when I do my videos here and here, I'm definitely going to be diving much, much, much deeper into my mechanism, why working with me is so effective. And again, anything that I put out there is only ramping up my reputation as an A-list copywriter who's capable of both coaching copywriters, working with copywriters to help them produce better copy, helping advertising in general, because really that's why I'm doing it. That was the idea that I got. It was actually an idea I got from watching the wrestler CM Punk in a 2011, I think, promo on YouTube, talking about how he just wanted to make the WWE better, SmackDown and Raw, how he just wanted to make them better. And that's why he was doing X, Y, and Z. Well, same. So even though X, Y, and Z are obviously very different, this isn't professional wrestling, although it sometimes feels like that. So I have my 2 pages. I still need to make my thank you page. I still need to do the videos on each page. I have a really good idea of what's out there. By the way, getting an AWIA certified copywriting certificate, becoming a AWIA copywriter certified doesn't mean anything. Put it on your advertisement and show me that it moves the needle at all. I doubt it will, because, well, quite frankly, it shouldn't, and it doesn't really mean much. So the next step, I was going to be building a webinar, but like I said, instead, I'm just going to be speaking off the cuff because I'm great at it. I know this information inside and out, and I'm just going to have some basic beginning, middle, and end, and what my mechanism is, and the one thing, the essence of direct response. I'm going to element it out in my mind, and then I'm going to copy speak it. So this is a fantastic way of, advertising for multiple services. So you have multiple streams of income and multiple hooks to get long-term clients and build your long-term brand and reputation. And obviously help in the betterment of advertising in general, because instead of, being, all this information is mine, it's not mine. And the more that we share it, and the more that we get this out, the more that we help everybody, and the more everybody helps everybody, the better the entire industry becomes. So, just a few things, Dear George, I used to write letters to a fictitious friend named George talking about a new product I was working on, this new client that just hired me. So I can kind of talk it out and feeling like there was somebody collaborating with me. But that doesn't work. We need somebody who can really give us feedback and help take the conversation to higher and higher, or deeper and deeper levels, however it is that you want to look at it. Go deeper down the rabbit hole, or elevate it so that it's elevating the ability for people to connect, to see themselves, to identify in the advertising, the messaging, the positioning. So that's what collaboration does, and that's what I'm, going to be getting at here. Copy Chief, for instance, I pay $1,000 a year for that. Because nobody should ever write alone. That's Kevin Rogers. And, I appreciate the heck out of it. I think it's a great community, but I shouldn't say that. I've actually made good money from it. But that's just posting. Again, when you post, when you put out authority information, it gives people the opportunity to check you out and hit you up, instead of you chasing the prospects, instead of you constantly putting out hooks for prospects. It's all about giving value. And this is something that you're going to have to teach your clients too, because oftentimes they won't have this ability. So anyway, just a quick live, since so many of y'all are thinking about how to promote yourself. Well, it's not A to Z. There's so much in between, and it's really about building yourself up, growing, and then letting people into the conversation, letting people hear what you're passionate about. Like if you're watching this, you can do a video right now on your Facebook. I just listened to Mark Bichetti or this other copywriter, da 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 da, and I was thinking about that, and then you take it and put it in your words and have a conversation with your audience because you're constantly out there to present value. That's how you're going to get people to reach out to you. Anyway, guys, happy holidays, and I will post here in the group for next week's live, and hopefully we can get participants on with that. I didn't advertise this with the holidays and all that. Figured everybody would be doing their own thing. And also make sure and sign up for the group coaching, $297 until the 15th. 2 spots taken, 13 spots left. So please go ahead and sign up. And thanks a lot, everybody.